Gen X, how did you guys do it? How did you stay out of the generational hate?
Well, first of all, even if we were involved, we wouldn't care. Gen X really is the last generation where all of us unanimously can agree that we embraced the FAFO lifestyle. And it's because we were wild and feral in our childhood. We were latchkey kids. We were basically like Lord of the Flies. We would ride around our towns and neighborhoods on our 10 speeds like we were little nomad bikers. It kind of was like Sons of Anarchy. I mean, you'd ride around with your own little group until you came across another little group, and they'd either get patched over and become part of your group, or it was time for a turf war. Problems were settled, and we didn't have to get our parents involved. If you played sports, there were clear winners and losers, even though our social group was pretty much like the Breakfast Club. It was just a whole bunch of social butterflies hanging out together. Jocks and goths and preppies and bookworms, we'd had everybody. And if you grew up like I did and you were the younger sibling who just got to tag along, you now had a whole group of friends by proxy. Now, it wasn't like how our parents grew up in the 60s and 70s with the peace and love movement and the hippies. No, during Gen X, as we were growing up, we understood that, yeah, there was peace and love, but respect is a hands-on kind of thing. And yes, everybody deserves to be respected until you give them a reason not to. And the reason why Gen X now is so quiet is because for us, we've seen the system fail multiple times. We're all kind of forced to grow up quick. We wanted to move out. We didn't want to live in our parents' house when we were 30. That was embarrassing. We wanted to get a job. We wanted to make money. And we understood that if you wanted something, you had to earn it. That's why we can't really connect with the youngers, is because, yes, we understand that the prices have gone up, but this idea that it was easy for us, it doesn't work. We can't really connect with the upper generation because, yeah, they're our parents and we have respect for them and we followed their rules, but we also see that their rules didn't really work out for them either. Gen X has stayed quiet and has learned how to push through because just like our childhood and our young adult years, we've realized that nobody is coming to help you. The system is not going to come and bail us out. See, we're old enough to realize to stay out of the political game because right wing, left wing, it doesn't matter. We've seen them all. It's the same wings on the same bird. We've been around for both Democrat and Republican candidates, have seen good and bad, and we realize that not much has changed, so we just keep our mouth shut. It really goes back to that leave us alone and let us do what we want to do mentality. And I think the reason that most of us now don't get involved, why we stay out of this generational war, is because we are kind of doing our own thing. I think the reason now we don't play the game is because, well, we've set our roots and we know where we set. We see that it's not working out great for this younger generation, and it's not really working out great for the older generation. So we will be the learning trees. We'll take from both sides, and we will be the oak that this country needs. Yes, because Gen X is quite possibly the nuclear option. You don't call upon Gen X to ask questions. You call upon Gen X to get a solution. I can promise you that Gen X would have hit the big red button a long time ago.